Alright guys, this is going to be part 9 of digdug. This, I went up to Home Depot and I got a new end for the plug, and I got a new switch. This handles up to 20 amps. Yep, 20 amp, 125 volt. So we need to switch the wires. These have screw-in terminals. I don't know if those terminals, if I take the screws out, if those terminals will slide over these or not. But we're going to try it. But first, let's get this plug end changed out here. Let me see here. Kind of zoom in a little bit. We'll just do it down here on the floor. Cut this one off, and we'll get the new one put on. Might need to get some bigger cutters, I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I should be able to cut it with my knife. Get this outer casing off. I bought a couple extra of these because I'll need them for some other games. So we're going to slide this on here first. Just let that go down out of the way. Our gold wire is our black, silver wire is our white. Boy, they don't give you a lot of room on these. Get a screwdriver in there. Get a good tight connection. Now I like to put it on the top of the terminal versus the bottom because the screw tightens this way. So it'll take this wire and draw it in farther. We can slide this back over it, get the screws put in. This tab is important because it goes on to this spring that's in here. There's a spring in there that goes against. Okay, now we can tighten this clamp up. There we go. We got a nice new end on here now. Next thing I want to do is get this switch changed out because I don't want to plug that in with that switch being crappy. So let's get this taken apart here. And hopefully we can just slide these terminals. If not, we're going to have to cut these terminals off and put ring terminals on and use these screws to tighten on the ring terminals. But for now, we'll take them out. I'm thinking we're probably going to have to put ring terminals on. It's tough to say. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the same thing we did last time. Let's do one set at a time. Need my screwdriver. Line this up the same as the last one. Black on top. Oh, it might go tight. I think if I get a pair of pliers, I can probably get those on there. I'm all right with that. But I'm gonna have to get something to kind of get them on there though. Or maybe I can open these up a little bit with my flathead. Now let's see if it fits. Nope, we're gonna have to put ring terminals on them. Let me go get them. I'm not gonna fight with that and worry about it falling off. Okay, I have these heat shrink ring terminals, so we'll put these on there. I should have ones with small holes in them. This size should work. Yep. So I need 4 of those. Just do 2 at a time. I should probably go get my wire strippers. Now we could probably do it with this. Yep, we're good. Beautiful. Now we can go ahead and put these first 2 on. Black goes on the top angle, white on the bottom one. You could use spade connector or spade ends too, but you have to worry about it sliding off the terminal. This way, having a ring, solid ring, it's not going to slide off the screw. After this, I'm going to get my voltage meter, and we're going to plug this in and see what we get for voltages. We'll have to unplug that board. I don't want to fry the board if something's wrong. Now these are nice ring terminals because it covers up the end of where the wire goes. You buy these on Amazon, a kit. Okay, now we gotta get the old switch out. There's a nut in there. You see this old switch completely shot. If you put something like that in your game, you run the risk of it arcing inside because it's just flopping around in there. So let's get the nut off of this one and we'll slide this one through, tighten it up. Which this one's gonna be a pain in the butt to tighten. I might have to take it. I'm gonna have to take it out of the plastic off. It'll be a lot easier than fighting trying to get it through there. Let's just take this off real quick. This will make life a million times easier. I wonder if these will work. These will open enough. Okay. Good enough. Okay, we are good now. So now I'm going to unplug this circuit board. Let's get this unplugged. And we're going to start checking voltages. We'll start with 120 volts for the monitor and stuff like that, and then we'll work our way onto the 5 volts and stuff like that. Let me go grab my meter and we'll get this plugged in. Okay. Well, let's plug it in. I have no idea if that switch is in the on position or the off position. I currently don't hear anything. I do. I hear a humming. No humming. Okay. So let's go to AC. Let's start with monitor. There's our AC volts up there. So we are good there. I'm not going to worry about the marquee light because I'm sure that's fine as well because we have 120 up there. Let's go to AC volts, and I need to look up the wiring to see what color wire is what voltage. So we're going to go to DC volts. So we're going to set this to 200 on DC. Let me turn this off for a minute. Let me give me a couple minutes. I'm going to figure out what wire colors are what voltage. Actually, yeah, because I don't want to plug that into the board. Okay, let's test these here. We're on DC volts. Don't know if you'll be able to see this meter or not. I don't know if I can hold it here. I don't have a clamp on the back of this one. That might stay like that. All right, our black wire, our ground is right here. So this is ground. Now it says the red and green are return 5 volts, but that's probably not going to do anything. Red and white. So far we're getting nothing. Let me try something different here first. Let me see if should be a ground lug on here. $14 volts there. I don't know if there's a 5 volt on here or not. Plus 22. Can't see. Plus sense, which I'm not sure what the plus sense is. Let's see if that does anything. Okay, 5.4, 5. That's good there. I say let's plug the board in and we can check voltages on the board. There are tabs on the board, ground tabs. There are 10.6 volt tab. There should be a 5 volt tab on the board, I thought. Vertical sync. Ground. Reset. Make sure these aren't touching. Just looking real quick on this board. All right, I'm going to turn the switch off and we're going to plug it in. And we'll see what happens. I don't have a monitor hooked up yet or speakers. So we're not going to see or hear anything, but we can check for voltages. Well, the LED light lit up on the board. That's a good sign. We can check for 5 volts from a chip as well. But let's find our ground lug here. Ground right here. Let's check our 10.6, which is a little high right now, but I don't know if that matters or not. That's ground. 12 volts. 5.1. 5.2. We're looking good. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to turn this off. We're going to drag this monitor over here, plug that in, and see what happens. So I'm going to pause this for a minute. Probably going to have to set this monitor onto a bar stool or something so that we can get to these wires, and we'll plug it in and see what happens. Okay, I got this setting up on there. We're going to plug it in now. Now, this monitor must have came in these games as well, because this plug end for the video matches this. And then we got to plug our power in. So I'm going to turn this light off. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know if this monitor still works. I have no clue. But I want to plug these two in first, and then we'll hit the switch. Let's get our video hooked up. Wherever the heck that went. See which way this plugs in. Here's this way. Okay, our video. I'm not going to worry about ground right now. That just gets grounded to the frame of the monitor. Let's plug our power in. Okay, we're going to hit the switch. A little bit of a noise there on the monitor. I don't know what the hell that was. Okay, we're getting it. Wow, that monitor's what the hell is that arcing sound? I heard it like 3 times. I don't know if it's just static or I don't know what that is. I'm gonna turn my light off and see if I can see. Got a loose wire or something. You know what, I wonder, I don't know what that was. Okay, so we got a pretty hellacious curve in that monitor there. Yikes. Let me see where the adjustment pots are. I know nothing about this monitor. I don't even know where the adjustment pots are. Oh, there they are. Oh, cool. They got actual dials on them, plastic dials. That's what that is. Okay. I can't see what the writing is on them, so I'm not sure what we got going on here. No. Yeah, I can't see anything. I don't know what the switch does. Oh, we got some smoke coming up. I'm gonna turn this off. I wonder if the flyback's bad. Like I said, I know nothing about this monitor other than it turned on years ago when I got that cabinet, but something's definitely smoking over here. Looks like somebody's got some hillbilly rigging going on. I think we might just put this monitor off to the side. Or, look at this. All right. But if you look over here, there's a burnt spot on this red wire. Look down here at this resistor, straight down by that plug. They got like a resistor stacked on top of another resistor, and it's like all black on the border around there. So I don't know what people did. I heard a couple pops and crackling sound. I wasn't sure if that was just static because the ground wire wasn't hooked up or what, but then I saw a little smoke coming from this area. So this this capacitor right here, this purple capacitor straight down right in here, it's kind of swelled up at the top, and I'm seeing some fluid next to it. So I'm thinking that's what was, that capacitor was going bad there. And that could be the, you know, part of the skewing issue on the monitor. But let me just go see if I have another monitor. I don't know if I really want to mess with this one right now, but let me see. I'm not sure yet. Okay, I went out back and grabbed another monitor. This got some screen burn on it, but I want to see what it looks like. Not opposed to fixing the other monitor, but I didn't notice that spot on that on that red wire. I'm going to have to investigate that a little bit more, and it could be a bad flyback too, you know, because that wire is burned like that, which means I don't know if I can find one for that monitor or not. I know I have a cap kit for it, but I don't know that I have if I can get a flyback for it or not. So let me see if this will plug in. Red, where's red at? Okay. Once again, this monitor was working. No idea if it works. Shot in the dark here. And I don't know if these plugs are going to work on here either, but we are going to give it a shot. So let's turn it on and hopefully it doesn't blow up. Okay, it's a little bit more promising looking. This is from a poker machine. Let's see, vertical position. This isn't looking too bad. Colors are off. Too much red. So our red's definitely bleeding. I got to clean all this tape off the edge. There was one of those touch screens that were on here. And honestly, the screen burn really doesn't look that bad. Here's our brightness and contrast. Contrast dial is broken. Somebody smashed that, which I don't know if that's really going to affect it. Here's our brightness. That looks a little better. I'm gonna see if I can't tone down that red pot. Maybe we'll just use this monitor right on the top here. So let's see what we got here. We got green drive, green cutoff, blue drive, blue cutoff, red drive. Let's try red drive first. Knock that down a little bit. What's red cutoff gonna do here? Whites look a little better. Let's go to blue. It's too blue. Our convergence are off a little bit. You can see it on the lettering, but I don't know if I don't, yeah, it looks like somebody's messed with them. Turn our green up a little bit, maybe. Too much. That's not too bad. These conversion rings, or whatever you want to call them. There we go. That brought it a little bit better into line. Somebody's definitely played with them at some point. Looks a little better. Let me turn the lights off down here, see what it looks like. All right, you can see a little bit of screen burn when the screen's yellow. I think the green is up too high. Let me grab my flashlight. Grab my headlamp here and see if we can't. You know what? Let me try something else first. Maybe the brightness is up too high. I haven't even messed with the flyback. The black looks good, the black level. Turn the brightness down a little bit. Maybe it should be up a little bit more. Makes the white look a little better. Now my knee. All right. What do we got over here? Horizontal. Let's mess with the green drive, I think. This is higher. The green drive's down all the way. Let's do green cutoff. That's up. He looks pretty good. I'd probably say about there. Okay, let's go to blue. To blue. I don't know if these are supposed to be pink at the top or not. I think they're supposed to be a little bit. White's looking a lot better. Let's go over to red. I just have to keep turning my light on because I don't want to go touching something I'm not supposed to be touching. That's too much red. I don't know, that's pretty good there. And I might just use this monitor. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. I don't know how it looks on the camera. Seems to look pretty good on the camera. So I say heck with it. I'm gonna just clean it and put it in there. We'll mess with that other monitor at another time. I'll look up and see if I can't get a flyback for it because I'm a little nervous about that red wire. It's got that clear casing on it, but clearly at some point something arced onto it or it itself arced. So I'm not sure. Like I said, you can see a little bit of screen burn from the poker on the yellow, but you don't see it in gameplay. I'm not going to worry about it. I can always put a little bit of a tinted cover on the screen if I wanted to, you know, if it bothered me that much, and turn the brightness up a little bit. But the white's looking really white now. Black is nice and black. So I'm totally cool with that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll stop the video for a couple minutes. I'm going to get that glue and stuff off of this monitor, all that tape around the perimeter, all that stuff, and then we can go ahead and get this monitor installed. Okay, I got most of it off. There's still a little bit on there. I'll finish that once I get it in the cabinet. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to get this on the ground, spin the cabinet around, and get this in there. What was I going to say? Oh, I don't have the cardboard bezel that goes around the screen. I think I have an old blue Centipede one. Maybe if the blue Centipede one's in good shape, I'll just spray paint it satin black and use that. If not, I'll get a piece of poster paper and remake it. I have remade them before. I think I made one for Kangaroo myself, if I remember correctly, but not positive. But I want to get this monitor in. I gotta find the bolts for it. Let's turn some lights on here so you can see a little better. But I'm happy that we're actually have a game it's playing, so we are definitely getting there. Still got a ways to go. Got to do the control panel and a few other things. Now, what were these bolts? Okay, the bolts are in there. I just need the nuts. That's what it was. And the bottom ones, I think, are carriage bolts. So technically, we can go ahead and put this in there and hang them off of those two. Now, this was powered on, so I just got to be really careful of the anode cup, so I don't want to touch that. If you guys are doing this and that makes you nervous, just discharge your monitor so you don't worry about hitting that. This is where you're having a fat belly comes in handy. Set your monitor right on it. We're going to let this remote board just dangle for now. These are always a little bit of a pain. I feel like they are. Right. Now there is a room right to left. I just try to center them. Right about there. Now we're hanging on those top two studs so we don't have to worry about it moving. I got some lock nuts here that are full of crushed walnut shells. Clean those out. I'm gonna have to get a socket for these, but we can go ahead and get these couple washers on them and the nuts started. This is another game I haven't played since I was a kid. I think these are the bottom ones here. These ones right here are for the bottom. They're weird looking. So we need 2 more nuts, which something tells me that they're right. You know what? I don't know that those top ones are lock nuts. I don't think they are, because I have 4 identical nuts here. So we're going to take those off because it was feeling like it was threading in kind of tight. So I don't think those are right. So we are going to remove those and put 2 regular nuts up there. I don't know where the lock nuts came from. Look like the same thread. They probably are, but it doesn't have 4 lock nuts, so clearly this is tight too. They're just full of crushed walnut shells. But I'm going to go grab a socket so we can tighten these up. Probably just going to use my drill, go a little quicker. So let me go grab a socket for these. Okay. Another huge mess to clean up. That's all I do is make mess clean, every day. I'm good at making messes. All right. I got a deep well socket so that we can get them on easier. Oops. Way quicker. These bottom ones are going to need some assistance. I'm going to have to use something to hold the backside. Oh, I can reach from underneath here, so. Yep, I need a washer on it so it doesn't pull through the wood. doubt I'll be able to hold that with the drill, but I'll try. Now, I gotta go get us an open end wrench. Let me go grab one of those. I think it's a 10 millimeter. 3/8 will work. Gotta get 2 more washers. It's funny, I was over at Arcade Jason's picking up that Popeye cabinet, and we were talking about games we remember as a kid. And I was telling him, I was like, man, I probably only remember like 15, 20 games as a kid. You know, it's all the popular ones like Pac-Man and Frogger and stuff like that. And then we were talking about, like, I can't believe how many games they actually made that I still don't even know about to this day. I mean, seriously, that'd be like thousands of different games out there. And as a kid, that doesn't dawn on you. You know, you look at these, you go to an arcade that had 30 games back then. You thought it was like the coolest thing ever, you know? And then, you know, as you grow up and you get into this hobby and you're searching for games and cabinets, and it just more and more weird games come up, and you just don't even realize that they made them. It's pretty crazy. But like I have the Operation Wolf and the Thunderbolt and the Operation Wolf 3. We don't really play them much, but it's one of those things. As I remember my father, when I was a kid, he used to like playing those games, and he's no longer with me. So it's kind of nice to have some things like that I remember from him, you know, being at the bowling alley and the arcade and him playing those shooting games. So it's kind of like, I don't really want to get rid of them because of that, you know. So, but all right, now we can get this plugged in and turn it on and make sure everything works again. I'm going to go around the back and we'll plug it in. This I want to make sure is outside the cabinet for now. I got to find somewhere on the side to mount that, but I just don't want that to arc against anything. I still have to hook the ground wire up to the chassis, but you can do that afterwards. All right. Okay, I'm going to turn this on. Make sure it comes up. All right, cool. We are getting there. All right, I'm going to take a break for a little bit. I'll come back and work on this video a little more. We'll get that board mounted on the side of the cabinet. We'll start tightening up some of those wires in the back of the game. I found some coin mechs I think are going to work for the coin door. We get the coin door locks on, and then next video will be probably the control panel wiring, because I don't have the artwork to put on the front yet. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna strap this wire up here so it stays out of the way. And I might have to put a second one over here depending, so that when the lock goes on, it's out of the way of the lock. Hook up this ground wire here. Now on the other monitor, the power wire came from down here, so it clearly fit a little different than this one, but it still fits. We should be fine. I think we'll be just fine with where that's at. Stick this back up here. Okay. All right, I think I'm done in the back here for now. Let's go back around the front. We'll mount that. Actually, we'll mount this controller for the monitor. Yeah, see if I can find some small screws. All right, found 2 small screws. Clean out the walnut shells out of it. Then I'm going to we're going to mount it over here on the wall. I might have to get a different Phillips bit. This one might be too big. Yeah, more than likely, I'm thinking, let me go grab a different bit. There we go. Now that's mounted. I'm gonna vacuum this out real quick. Let's go back around the front. For now. Now, I think I'm going to plug in that coin door harness and see what it does. We have light bulbs in here. I don't know if they're burned out or not, but let's see what we have happen here. Okay. Okay, that bulb's lighting up. I gotta get new bulbs. But this one definitely is lighting up, so that's a good thing. Now this is not on free play right now because we don't have the high score saver in there, so let's see if the coin mechanism works. Yep, okay, that credited up. This side's not working. It's probably something to do with, I'm not sure. Looks like they might have the wire on the wrong spot, maybe. Maybe this goes down here. Nope, this coin mech, that one's not working right now. This one's definitely working. But that's fine, we'll get this. I have, I'll try to reach over here. I have these. Now this one has 4 pegs, this one doesn't have any, so we need to take 2 off of this and put 2 on here because we don't need 4. We only need 2 on this side, and I'm missing these clips, which I think I might have. I don't know if I tumbled those or not. So we need to take these 2 back ones off of here and put them on the front of that one. And these should fit in there. Maybe not. I think these are too big. Okay, the pegs are too big on them. They do not fit. That's fine. I'll wait to get some other ones. Just want to put these pegs back in here so I don't lose them. Let me go find some bulbs and I'll come back and we'll try these. I wonder if this will get brighter when I ground it. Nope, it's pretty dim. All right, I'll be back. Okay. They're 555 bulbs. This one's got a bad socket. There we go. And then these go up to here. They slide on here. This ground wire must go onto one of these screws here in the middle, I'm guessing. I'm not sure where this thing goes. Just let that dangle there for now. And this wire here, okay, I wonder if this goes up here and this goes down here. No. I mean, I would think that the ground wires both go on the bottom here. Maybe this orange wire goes on the top. I would think those will both be ground on the bottom. Maybe this one goes on the top. Still nothing. I don't know what the deal is with that other one. I'll have to look at the schematic and see what it says. I wonder if this white one doesn't go on there. Nope, I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the diagram and figure it out. And then I have a loose red wire here too. So I have to figure that out. Let's see if we can get this ground wire on the coin door. Oh boy. This is going to be a fun one. Got it. And there's a strap here that I need to screw in back there. See if I can get it from the front here. Okay, this goes to our control panel, and then that other plug is for this, which we need to repin, which I have to figure out how I'm going to do that. You know, we probably could mount that control panel and just do the wiring with it on the cabinet. I don't see why not. I think that'll work out all right. So I have my 3 carriage bolts. These are what the locking nuts are for. If I have a third one, I would say that's what it's for. Got some washers here. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna put it on. I'll just wire it on the cabinet. It'll be fine. We're gonna put the center one in first. See if I can find my socket again. Once we get the volume control and everything on, we'll be able to get volume on. That might take me a little bit to figure out. Okay, those are on. Now we gotta put the latches on. I'm not going to put the high score saver kit on until I have the control panel wired up, because I'm going to need to get into the settings, and I'm going to need the buttons to get into the settings. Okay, those are on. Beautiful. Let's see if it latches all right. A little loose right now, but it doesn't have the plexi to push against. Or did I just not do it right? There we go. I just did one for now. We can put the marquee light in. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this for now. You know what? I just leave it on. Let's see if this bulb even works. Yep. Okay, we have 2 screws that go into there. Help if I put it back all the way. Drill's a little too big to fit in there. See if this one will work. There we go. Okay, that just needs the marquee put in. Once I get it, what we could do is put the bottom marquee bar on, because we'll just slide it down onto this bracket. I need to go get a bit for this. Let me go get a bit for these. Actually, I think I have it over here. I do. It's like an Allen key. Okay, I got it. So now we can put this on. We'll put this one on in the middle first. We'll probably just leave it a little loose. Tighten it later. Just trying to get all these parts somewhat on this cabinet. We might as well loosely put the upper one on. Then I'll have all the screws okay. All right, so I need to figure out. Yeah. That Popeye artwork's 23 wide. 23 wide on the Popeye side art. However long it is. Okay, I got it to fit now. There was a dial in the back. I spun it all the way down, so now it fits. This cardboard right here needs to be glued. So I got my hot glue gun warming up so we can glue that in there. The only thing downfall about this cardboard is it has like a white edge. I might take a Sharpie and color it in. This is a thicker poster board and it just has like a white center on it. So I think if I just color this in a little bit, make it look a lot nicer. Really, only the bottom of it kind of shows. That's better. Okay, so hot glue gun should be heated up here in a minute. Getting there. At least I didn't have to make one. I already had one made. Let's turn it off and back on so it goes to the track screen. What I'm doing is I'm gluing the two pieces of cardboard together that overlap each other. There we go. Beautiful. The one just makes it. Player one's up there. We can't get the player two yet, but that's okay. So that's pretty much going to end this video. Part number 9. We'll get the part 10. We'll get this wired, get in there wired, and then we just do a final with the artwork on it once it comes. Let's run upstairs real quick. I'm printing the we're printing the Popeye side art. You can see it in the printer there. All right, that's going to wrap up part 9. Thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Have any comments or questions, feel free to send them. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. We are going to be painting the Popeye cabinet. I was going to go back out there tonight and do the black pieces. I'll just do it tomorrow. We'll get everything painted tomorrow for the Popeye cabinet so that we can get it in the basement this weekend. And that's next on the list. I talked to Ken from Golden Age Arcade this morning. He had messaged me and said that all the wiring harnesses for Wizard of War are made. He's going to be shipping them out in the next day or two. They're coming from Canada, so it'll probably take a few weeks. So we might actually jump on to assembling Popeye while we're waiting for this artwork after we get this wiring done. And we're still waiting for the parts for Wizard of War, so we might get on to Popeye and get that one up and running, hopefully. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.